An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. Again, your voice becomes a raspy, "Sire, may we suggest something?" Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance. Use your chest voice, not your head voice. Sing from the diaphragm. Perhaps it's not such a bad idea. Try it again, son. Your flashlight slides over. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make the handwriting is only partly legible. But you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. This is a monthly calendar. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed. Your eyes glide over 4 sections. These look translucent. You should adopt one of those one of the Welkins, towering among the rest. Your eyes glide over. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello? Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the 2nd floor. I'll open it.
you hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a 2-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind? I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window. Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone. It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. I think I have just the right one for you. You're a police officer, right? Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it. You overthink it. Your hands can't agree what to do, and the two dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions, like pearls from a broken string. The blue one disappears down the pit in the center of the room.
Ah, down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary. That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. The other one was the inverse. They were a set, you see, but now the set is broken. It's a shame. They might have brought you luck. And you definitely need luck in Martinez. Now, was there anything else? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow? Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project. And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real? So I'm the Grand Dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim? Ethereal? Thank you, but I think it's just the lighting. If you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She has been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation. The bookstore closes starting 2100. You'll have to do that tomorrow.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
Me neither. I just wanted off my face. It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime. A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back. Kuno. Who's Kuno? Oh, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milieu. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else? There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came. Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. Actually, insects do have brains, but yes, I understand what you're saying. I think the protesters took it a little too far.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Anything else? They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is. The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just props. Why return them? Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules. The usual, they ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time. Still, not everyone is going to make it. That's the nature of the game.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Anything else? Oh boy, the fabled Revo Show ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed, what were the other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritta does the same thing.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravashow ICT. And they already had the bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravashow ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly. Understandable, you shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire. Anything else? Another— oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work. But sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. That's a good question. Reality is ruthless. A thick layer of coal dust.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages.
I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Not until you bring...
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a misc banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Yes, guess what's yours? No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything. Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go? Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you? Do I have a shaker in...
It's not a shake,
Am I...
because he's not a
That's right! I'm the cafeteria manager!
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Like what?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM? I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will, and unhealthy.
Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit, below it all.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up. Then you shot the body down, which was quite a shot. I admit I wasn't sure whether I should give you the gun, but I'm glad I did. Your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. Moreover, you found that the hanged man wasn't just hanged, he was also shot. That was some excellent detective work. And you managed to locate and pull out the bullet, so we can get ballistics, make off the gun. All this is invaluable. The rest is up to the boys in processing. Maybe they will surprise us by doing their job for once, but I wouldn't count on it. There's still work to be done at the crime scene, however. We mustn't forget that. Now for the interviews. Not always the right people, I'm afraid. We weren't able to find the union leader, Evrard Claire, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
I just realized I was muted. Yes, day one is a success. I'm not sleeping in a garbage bin. So, yeah, day one went pretty well. So it's 11 o'clock at night.
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
I don't know if you saw, but last stream I rolled on the dead body again. It's crazy because the game is at... Oh, I'll turn the game down. Is that better? What was I saying? Yes, last stream I rolled over the dead body and we found that bullet in the back of his throat.
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure.
So we learned that he had been shot and the bullet killed him and then he was hung.
We can arrest people, of course.
That was pretty
but
interesting.
Rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station calls here. It prevents
Also,
confusion
Kim
and
had
control.
hubcaps in the back of his car that he was saving for himself and we had to sell him.
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. That's an improbability, perhaps even impossibility. Perhaps. But Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of kills. We don't convict.
I'm still
We
quiet. I
arrest
don't know
and
how to.
send them to coalition
Is this
government
better?
courts in Courant
My
and
mouth
Nevada.
is.
The prosecution works off our testimonies
Hello?
and records, which is why it's
Ah.
paramount to keep them.
Hello. Is it loud? Is it too loud now? Did you turn me all the way up and then you got ear blasted?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal
Sorry.
force. In
Oh,
these
was it?
cases,
Okay,
your
let me.
partner is usually your witness.
Why is the partnership? Okay. I don't know. I like him as a partner. Very down to earth. It's like I'm a balloon floating away and he's the tree I'm tied to. Very nice.
Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. Yes, the last time was 4 years ago.
He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact. A self-contained past event.
Once I go to sleep, I'm going to have to talk to Eraserhead or Measurehead
The
or whatever.
coalition government and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
I don't know how to fix the audio, okay? My mic, sorry. I bumped my mic and there's static and it's right next to my face and it's really quiet, so I don't know.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases
Measurehead?
us the right
Yeah,
to
whatever the
keep
fuck. The
peace in this
racist
city,
guy?
and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization.
Oh,
You know
okay.
who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution
That's
failed.
crazy because he's like, you know who they are, but I don't even know my name. Which is fucking awesome.
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just
I keep-
technocrats.
Adjusting the arm. Sorry. Enjoy the static. They're technocrats. Okay.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
The historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Humanism.
The
Very
moral
French.
intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen. Do you?
What the fuck? Immigrants, liberal kips? Jesus Christ. Men are turning into yo. I'll go with this. Because it fucking sucks in Revachol.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
No, I don't want to be a fascist my first run. That's
Then
cringe.
you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, Like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag.
I'm not gonna be racist when my partner is like a third generation immigrant. I don't know. Is that
Aerostatic
racist?
passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more
Me
often.
when I fucking am
This
racist.
place has fallen between
Ow.
the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts.
Yeah, this definitely feels like these people have been left to the wolves, and so like kids are just doing drugs and being racist, and immigrants. I guess immigrants are excluded from the union, so they can't really get a job at the ports, and then we have the union itself, which is corrupt. It's just kind of all over the place. And we have old military guys reliving the glory days of of before the revolution, while not wanting to accept that their royalty abandoned them. Like it's very. He said they're in a twilight of international law. Yeah, I think Martinez is in its own twilight. Or this part of Martinez. Well, I mean, if you look at the just where the big ass green horse statue is, and you just talk to the people. They're not from Martinez. They've come from different parts of the world to be here to get a job. And the union. I don't know if they're not allowed in the union, but that's the vibe I get. Like they're not allowed to join the union, so they have to use right to work, but the union isn't letting them through, so they can't. So yeah, that's why. I don't know. I think right to work in concept is fine as long as it's temporary work, but I think permanent long-term right to work is just kind of toxic. But then I think this union we're seeing right now is closer to a cartel than I'm comfortable it being. And a union shouldn't have this much power over who gets work and who lives or dies. Like, holy shit. But yeah.
We run
That's
this
me.
city. West of the river is RCM land.
Yeah. I had to read what Kitsuragi said. Yeah. This Martinez has been kind of left to fight for itself between 2 very corrupt powers that don't have the citizens in mind, the citizens' best interests in mind. So it's just slowly kind of rotting. We're dying.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are. But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I forgot I need to be reading these out loud because not everyone's looking at the screen. I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Shit is so loud. Why are the voices... We're gonna up that by 1.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Yippee! Yeah, I really like Kitsuragi. He's really cool. I need 20 more experience points. Slay! Slay! I think the music and the audio mixing being kind of jank is just another example of the team being very, very small. Kitsuragi. think this is like an example of like human works need to be maintained, you know, because if they're not maintained, and if they're not maintained, they will fall into the hands of whomever. Yeah, I am. Kill Mickey Mouse told me what the other one was. Cause I didn't know what the fuck it was. What was I saying? Can I close the door? I forgot what I was saying. But do I just go to bed?
The fan stands still. The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine. The lights are on.
Okay, can we
The
try
fan stands. The lights are off again.
Guess not. Can I bathe? Oh, I left the water on? That's awesome.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
I'm running myself a bath.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
That is so gross.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
Imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell
That
a
was a
cadaver
mistake.
on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench.
I regret imagining something.
Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Linger in the tub a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny
Did I
wells
die?
as the water cools. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
Oh, I thought I died. The mic covered up the... Okay. I'm glad I... What is my name?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Chain cutters. Will that work? Won't that break it? You know what? Sure, why not?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, the chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into...
Can I try again?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face...
I'm gonna fucking kill myself!
With the expression.
I want to unlock one of these brain thingies. Jamais vu. Jamais vu is the opposite of deja vu. Where it's... I only know what this is because I had that Metal Gear Solid 5 figure. What is jamais vu? Jamais vu is... I don't know what that is. I feel like I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. I need to go to bed. Yeah, duh. That's what I need to do. Deja vu.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Do I have gloves? No? Question mark? Oh. I have a bag. I have a fritte bag. I have a wife beater on, which is awesome.
The bed is cold. The
Fritte.
sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
I feel so bad. We're
And
the
then
reason.
sleep. And then sleep doesn't come. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Sorry, I need to read these. Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Hey, let me up this a little. Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Oh yeah, there was a part where a dice maker. Hold on. There was a part with the dice maker, and she threw us a pair of die for free, and one was red and one was blue, and we dropped the blue one, and I think it symbolized his wife dying. That's what I think, like him losing his wife forever. It could, cause in the relationship between Kim is red and he is blue, right? So it's, I think his wife was his like pair, and she's like gone forever. I think maybe she died. I don't know. It's a disco ball. Oh wow. Okay.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I was born in a hospital. Okay, bye, Iroh, bye. I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me,
So my name's Harry.
do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I fucking knew it! I knew his wife. I knew it. You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
So am I the victim or the perpetrator, I guess, in this rhythm? I'm gonna say I was left. I don't think Harry, since that is my name, is the type of guy to leave.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
Okay, so she's not dead? Okay.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't think Harry can get it all back. But I think saying I don't want to come back is a lie. They're both lies. But I think he believes this one. I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere.
Ow.
Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
What happened? I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
Limbic system is fucking evil. I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Why is he so guilty?
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
What? No.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
So this is the amnesia headache thing, right?
Good going, buddy.
Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes?
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
So this is alcohol withdrawal, right? Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
You're too weak to say no. What is speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover.
Okay.
How else did you think you even got up from this floor? It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
No. I can take this. I'm not gonna go looking for speed. Probably get it from Kuno. Or steal it from him.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week.
Hi.
Let's be honest, 2 weeks.
Apparently I was...
Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
I went to bed, had a horrible nightmare, and woke up and I'm realizing my character was on stimulants the whole day. So, and I decided I'm gonna do a run where I'm not drinking alcohol or taking whatever this is, just because I think it'd be funny. I might have to save scum though, if the rolls are that bad. That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shellman. See how you do without your spark.
Yeah. Let me check my savoir-faire. What is savoir-faire? I wish I knew French. I don't know what the fuck that shit means, bro. But I'm having fun. This fun is awesome. I have to talk to my babysitter, Kim Kitsuragi. Okay, I was like, do I have the keys to this person's room?
The door is closed.
Knock.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside.
Try the handle.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Okay, knock again.
Still no answer.
Leave. I will wait for my babysitter to be done doing it, whatever it is. Whoa. Is that the union? Oh, that was him downstairs. Okay, because I was like, there's no way. I don't know where my babysitter is. And I know there was a lady. Good morning, Kim.
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod.
I've got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep.
Good. Thanks.
I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to.
Oh well, we'll get the armored boots in another lifetime. The lieutenant is downplaying his contribution. He got up before sunrise to get this done, and now he's quite pleased with himself for taking care of the gruesome business so efficiently.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
What do you mean, rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
How much XP do I have? Sheesh, already 50. That's so awesome. That's crazy. I'm so awesome. Look at all these rolls. Alright, yes. Oh wow, that's all of them. I didn't realize that was all my tasks, so I guess I get a lot more tasks today. I can only hope so. I think if I play this game, if I play this again, I might do like a psychic, a physique and psychic. Wow, I can't fucking talk. A physique and psyche playthrough only because I want to scare the shit out of people. I think it'd be really funny. I want to bully the fuck out of people. Being a sad sack can only get you so far. Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the Dock Workers Union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Alright, let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
So when will I get to talk to them?
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Hi, old lady.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
Sorry, ma'am.
I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I might make it up to you.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Breakthrough imminent. I'm about to poop out my butt. So...
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
She frowns.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why did you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Okay.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks down.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
He's a sailor? Sailor? Okay.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Wait, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
What if they eloped? That'd be lit.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Are they in a rough neighborhood?
There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
Some fringe science is exactly what's needed right now. Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
This sounds like police business. I'll help you find your husband.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but...
I've already given my word. I'm honor-bound to uphold it.
If you say so.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel. Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
The lieutenant sounds unimpressed.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline. But you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
What a crazy thought. You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. That's awesome. Let's try again. Why don't you try describing him as you would one of your cryptids?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
By a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Ah yes, Phasmatodia, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
You seem really excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
So, is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
Okay. What's so special about this stick bug, then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
That's all for now, ma'am.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Jamais vu? Find Morel, the cryptozoologist. Okay.
Let me handle this. Detective Disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I knew you were not a gardener.
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right. This guy?
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
So I was wrong about them not letting immigrants in. I don't know why I thought that. Why did they fuck with that racist guy then? What the hell? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
What's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Okay.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police?
Just
We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Just putting yourself in the role of a victim so everything you do is justified pisses me off so fucking bad. They're just dock workers. A guy was murdered. Like, you aren't just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Like, killing random men isn't gonna get you what you want. Who believes this? The world needs a financial buffer zone. No, it doesn't.
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
What are you going to do to me?
What are we going to do to you?
She starts laughing. It's a cold laughter devoid of joy.
The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
I don't know if I want to talk to these people. They're high-key pissing me off.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
I should talk to Titus then. Like, I don't know if I want to talk to these people. But I guess I have to, huh? Actually, is this door open? See a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. A good one?
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Who the fuck? This logic guy's kind of a smart ass. Have a good... Or what are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Good then. Do you need the help of... Am I desperate?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the book stand.
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Watch her browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
Maybe your husband is missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
What are you asking these stupid ass questions for? That's a good question, Kitsuragi. I don't know. I'm just clicking random shit at this point. So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
What an interesting harassment thing I'm doing. Maybe you're right. Maybe he is missing indeed.
Of course he's not. It's not like he's a pocket watch. I wouldn't just lose him.
It's got to be something else then. Why else would you be asking her if it wasn't?
No, I don't think this leads in. I think it's just us harassing some lady. I'm just gonna leave her alone. That's all for them. I'll let you read.
The woman before you.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of harassing a lady. Alright.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a journal of House of Failed Business Enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstores.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
She shakes her head.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
What? She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
She says there's no curse because there are too many inconsistencies.
Too many inconsistencies? What kind of talk is that?
The woman scoffs at you with an audible snort.
Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything.
As I said, she's a novelty dice maker. Her business has been up and running for a long time now.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse.
Red blotches appear on her skin.
I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
She concludes, tucking the pendant away in her blouse.
There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Keith Rugg is like, are we done here? Yeah, I apologize. Kim. I guess I'm doing what's called a blue playthrough. Fuck it. That sucks, but yeah. Ah, I got it. Yes, that's right. That's right. I need to do that as well. What is this?
This Postler Vantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I feel you, mail collection box.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
That's awesome. I love you too, mail adventure box.
Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly meld together.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Canema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Canema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Won't it roll over on the first sharp corner?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin. feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
This tech talk is really rubbing me the right way here.
Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
What's it packing in there? Point to the engine.
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there. Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18 GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
That's what, rub your chin. A 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
A fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
This guy loves machines. I get the feeling he worked on planes.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Ever thought about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
Should I invite myself? What if he says no? Sure. If we ever get this case solved, maybe we can do it together.
Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
And means no.
I fucking knew it. Okay, let's move.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Alice.
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued. The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yes, please do. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then. Just a second.
Damn, that's loud.
Sylvie Malaika. Yes. Hello?
Yay, Sylvie, it's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Oops. Oops. I think I got everything I need, thanks.
You hear the call breaking up on the...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook.
Alright, what am I doing? Pissing competition? I need to talk to that lady. I had an epiphany. This guy a drunkard? Either kind of way. So, always have, always will. Who asked? It's fucking snowing. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time...
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Okay.
Hey, up here, piggo. The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Ew. Let's start with your blood type and go from there.
Go where? Accosting a minor?
Oh, that's a minor? Oops.
Listen to your partner, pig man. Keep your grubby
Oops.
hooves off little old
Oh my
ladies.
God. Everyone just looks the same kind of haggard. I was like...
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for a handkerchief.
She nods. Wow. Why? She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully towards a woman performing maintenance on the boat docks next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershot. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
You mean Joyce?
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Hold on. What's Ozon?
It's where they grow whores like her, and their whoremen.
Why all the negativity?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I lied. I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
These people hate my ass.
She means the opposite.
Thank you, Rhetoric. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
He's right.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
So you won't talk about the murder. Maybe you can tell us something about the murder victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Look cute as hell. If you haven't been there, The village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time!
And there's a little girl wearing gloves there. West?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
She looks at you a little sad, said, I look like a wet dog.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
Catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
I know. Ooh. I'm so fucking grossed out. It's a minor. Ooh.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I've got more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is
all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
She concludes.
There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
What does Elysium mean? I feel like I know what that. I know it's something to do with angels, right? Okay, I need Eternal Paradise. Oh, so it's like that one place in Arthurian legend. I don't know if this world deserves a term of endearment. It's kind of ass.
There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
Petrofast. So many fancy words. I don't feel like I've got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside, sideways. What shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
They don't live on a sphere? What?
ORG, Occident Revachol Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
So it's like a half sphere? A lid?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
So I live on a post-apocalyptic sphere? A dark gray corona. Corona's a lip, right? It's a lip of a... No, corona's like a crown. What is it in? Huh. I don't know what a corona is. I think it's a crown, so it's like they're at the top of something and it's curved. Okay.
A cold fear seeps into you.
The pale. And what do you mean corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
What?
I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here.
I'm sorry. There is a planet. They are living on a planet with vast swaths of nothingness, and there's still poverty. That's crazy. That's crazy. What the fuck?
But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
A fractured corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Oh, so it's like they don't live on a sphere, they live on a literal like crown. It's a crown of life. Okay. So it's like a ring. But they're around a planet because gravity. Okay. That's fascinating. That's fascinating. Okay. Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides.
That's why it's called Disco Elysium. Okay. Huh. Fascinating.
The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale. What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
Kitsuragi is fearing for his mortality. Okay.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
What do you mean it's not part of reality?
Ma'am, remember you are dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer.
So he doesn't think this is real or
from
what? Is he a
recent
flat
medical
earther?
episode.
That's awesome. My partner's a flat earther who's half blind.
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change topics.
Oh my god. Kim!
What do you want to know?
Kim, you
Anything.
fucker! Whoa. I want to know what the fuck the pale is.
You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside.
That's awesome. Kim, step aside. No. What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth. What's the big time?
The revolution.
Ha. And what is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Who got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking,
Wow.
40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
She likes the totality of it.
Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
That's a tragedy.
Yes. The Red Deluge. The Insulindian deluge, they call it.
I had a deluge too. In my head.
Yes. An acute thiamine deficiency can be exacerbated by alcoholism. Exacerbated means made worse.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Cowardly king.
I prefer the term risk-averse. King Guillaume was nobody's fool. He could smell a PR disaster brewing, so he got out alive, and his nephew Fricelle got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
Who got the mineral rights?
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay. And by liberals, you mean?
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
How did the liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the liberals already took everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Who are the coalition?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
She's right. I guess before my amnesia I was a moralist, but I don't know. Like, for a moment there was hope of what? Of change? I don't know if I want to be a part of something that takes away everyone's hope. I don't think I'm a moralist, ma'am.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work.
Rooty tooty, pointy shooty.
That's the way of history.
When was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. And Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
There's a Elysium has a human transferable viral prion disease. Holy shit, I don't want to live here.
They got STDs too. That's crazy. What did this Zarath do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
That makes sense. Wow. Really?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue.
Jesus Christ.
The actual causes
Like
of the revolutionary
prions?
material.
They got
Pandemic only provided the spark.
there's I just can't believe that. There was a viral spread of a prion disease that spread from human to human. That's crazy. Yeah, I think that would cause a revolution. That's crazy.
It was a funny time in history. They discovered transistors and rock music, but they didn't know anything about prions. Nobody did.
Where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
So that park, or that place by the sea, has just had those holes there for 100 years?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
What is the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia. The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
So the monarchy failed and the communists failed. Now all that's left is liberalism? That's awful. Shit. What happened to the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Wait. You're saying it's been like this for 43 years?
Time flies.
What have we been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
Can I have a map, please? Can I have a map, please? I don't know what I should level up.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
Which side was Wild Pines Group on?
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others are not.
They chose wisely.
Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom.
You would have sided with the king?
I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. Perhaps it's better I was born when I was. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. So I suppose I would have been in good company.
What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
I don't know what I have done differently.
And you would have died, most likely. Not far from here. Maybe even right here, during the beachhead, defending the coast the day the Coalition took the city.
No way. Communards. Probably.
No, almost certainly. The Commune would have forced you. Such was the fate of the undecided. Good question. And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
I would have sought a medical solution. I mean, but by then, the governments had failed to... So the war was inevitable, right? Killing isn't the answer, I would say. I'd say this.
So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with a technology 50 years ago?
Liquidate the rabid, prion-infested dogs. Yeah, we're... What the fuck? What a crazy answer. I think this one.
Good hygiene. Really. A very moderate solution to an extreme problem. It's those sort of half measures that doomed the authorities in Grad.
Yeah, I think it was a time of extremes. I think war was inevitable.
When they failed to step up, Marzov and his party stepped in. In this particular case, maybe a more robust state response might have been appropriate.
Opinions expressed here do not reflect the official position of the RCM.
And what is your official position, Lieutenant?
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old.
He's 40?
That's my position. The
He's
abattoir.
40... He's 43? So he's 43. This guy's also has to be in his 40s. She has to be in her 50s. So she was a teenager when all this went down? I think after mass amounts of death and great upheavals like this, the children who survive... No, I was going to say they have more opportunities, but that's not exactly true. Because you have people who are just impoverished still. So I wouldn't say the children who grow have more opportunities, but I would say there's an opening to make it so that poverty doesn't look as extreme as it does here. We have kids who have fucking hepatitis, like, and kids who are getting high and doing amphetamines and throwing rocks at dead bodies. Like, you know, like there's I think the winners who won still created a future not worth living in. Like, even if the communists had killed 400 million people, I don't know if the future would look as extreme as this one. Well, I mean, it could be worse. Could be worse. I actually don't know. I don't know. But this reality is too close to the present, and I just wish the people here had gotten something different. Is that cringe? That's probably really cringe. I'm sorry.
Understandable.
That's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I want to know. Actually, yeah, I want to know what you are. Say nothing.
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
You're an entrepreneur?
I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a cane.
A liberal? It's so funny. The 2 and 3 options explain what this is. What's an ultra?
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal.
Ugh.
From the revolution.
Okay, yuck.
It's not the moderate kind.
Ugh. Yuck.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a centrist at heart. A real moralist, no?
Lightning
Tell me,
flashes.
now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
/OOC, I just find her disgusting. Like, I'm actually physically nauseated. Learning that she's a fucking... She basically sold these people into slavery. And then gets to live on her fancy fucking yacht, bro. That's so fucking nasty. You could have told these people no. You could have told these financial colonists no and built something better, but you decided it would be more profitable and freeing to lease out for other people's freedoms for your pockets. Okay, hitting continue.
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
Yeah, I find you nauseating. You're a monster.
That's a pity. I hope we can remain collegial despite it. Remember, we were partners, whether you like to admit it or not. There's blood on many hands, I assure you. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
I don't like her framing. I don't like her. This is all we could do. You could have done something else. I don't know. Like, she's proud of what she's proud of the life she's lived, but she feels guilt because she knows she's stepping on the lives of other people. Like, she's like, let them eat cake. She's that, like, oh my god, bro. She's just like my mom. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? But no, my mom's just a liberal. This ultra liberals, I don't know how you can, that's just kind of nauseating. Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinaise a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinaise, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
Huh.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
I don't even know. This is my first time playing this game. I'm just going off vibes. And she kind of disgusts me. she just really disgusts me. I don't know how else to put it. Like, oh, if I was in control, I would have never given up sovereignty, and you're sitting here on a boat. Your life. You have the freedom to travel the seas as your job. Like, it's fucking gross. It's just nauseating, I don't know. But she is smart, I would say.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my
And it's very
undoing.
nice that she's humoring this man who has very acute amnesia. She's like a walking contradiction. She's a very kind woman. Very kind woman, very rich woman, and is painfully aware of what taking advantage of the opportunities given to her, what that has taken from other people, right? So she, like, you know, when someone like goes into their final battle expecting to die, I do think she's okay. She didn't come to like Martinez expecting to die, but I do think she's okay with like her ship being vandalized or something like that, you know, because a part of her feels like as if she deserves it, and I think she deserves to have like, I don't know, a paint thrown at her boat, you know, like, but whatever. Her earrings shine machine my intellectual.
You're no dummy yourself. And the crown on your head as you lay in the casket.
You're a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
I love sedition, Morty. You have daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
Yeah. In a perfect world, she would... I don't know. Yeah. Again, I don't know. I can't hate her, right? I just find her disgusting. Because she gets to live as a walking contradiction. A walking hypocrisy? Is that? I don't know. Maybe I'm too woke.
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Am I really that awkward?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
I meant, what is this place here?
Ah! This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A,
Maxwell?
where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
What is Rue de Saint-Ghislain 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveau. They're old.
Okay. Despite me not liking her, I do like how she explains things. She's very nice.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Who lived in them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
From our dilapidated balcony, Cindy the Skull gives choice the evil lie her red paintbrush held to her throat.
You could be wrong. But from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a soaring motion.
Wonderful.
What is that?
The girl in the old lady rags?
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes. You and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant. Those are all
so she
too
is dressed like
popular
an old
for the
lady.
girl
I'm not
in the old
crazy.
lady rags.
Okay.
She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Why isn't this lady a teacher? I think she'd make a really good teacher. I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat, all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
I think I may be part of an infraculture.
And what would that be?
Cop.
She lets out an unrestrained laugh, the crow's feet stretching
Yeah, I'm pretty
onto
funny.
her cheeks.
My reality impaired colleague is not so far off.
Lieutenant wanders back into the conversation. He's been sorting his notes.
Many of the RCM's fashions, even weapon preferences, borrow heavily from classic Vespertine cop shows. My precinct alone has 3 officers who go by the name Ace. But please, do continue this reality exploration. I was just
I've
remarking.
been at this chat with this one for like 2 hours.
Yes. Let's.
What is this acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
What causes encephalopathy?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
She clocked my ass. It's definitely the drinking.
She nods slowly.
Could you imagine this fat freak wandering up to... She's so fucking nice. It's so crazy. Okay. I want to try these, but I also don't want to save scum. I'll do these later when I get my Espira de Corpos up.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Caillou mentioned...
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the 4th largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
I still haven't seen anyone else sell a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Ooh, Kim?
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
Actually, my fancy souped up machine is important. She's like, oh, mine is too. Get him.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
Why am I even thinking about this? I have police work to do.
Have it your way.
Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
I think I have a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
Alright, that's it. Thank you, old lady. I appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. It's been 2.5 hours. I had fun though. But man, this game's loud as fuck. What was I saying? I'll be back next week. I missed Tuesday night because I was up late, okay? Okay. But I'll be back next week, Tuesday. Most likely. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Next week, Tuesday. More Disco Elysium, maybe, perhaps, maybe. I don't know how far in I am in this game. But I'm having fun. Okay, bye. See y'all next week.